you don't have to be super psychic. You just have to have done it once, I think, and then you can do it. So there was that in the wolf cages. It was really bad. And I'm already really traumatized, like in daytime I'm just in school sitting like this. What? What's up with me? I don't know. Like having bad grades and everything. Especially in the seventh grade. I had all Fs. Like completely the whole year was F. And the 8th grade too, completely. I just completely gave up, I just didn't want to do it anymore.
What did they think was wrong with you? That you had, ADD, or like why
yes.
did
they said I had ADD, that's something that they said I had ADD. Some people asked me if I was abused or something, but I couldn't tell them because I was under mind control, and they literally programmed me that if I remember, I'm supposed to immediately kill myself, like then I'm have extreme pressure to just kill myself, and I have to overcome that. First, I have to become aware of the programming to break the programming, So the next thing was really the most horrible thing that happened, and it was like in Dulce. And I want to screen share something. I'm gonna prepare it a little bit. And I have, where is it? Here it is. Wait me a minute. So the next time I was in my clone, so usually they would mind repress me with a brain chip so that they can control me better, so I just don't do what I want. And this time they didn't do it, like they completely didn't mind repress me. And I thought I really thought that I was abducted fresh from my bed. I was going to bed, and then I woke up in a clone body in an underground base. And I thought I was abducted. I could think freely, and I thought they just took me from my home, And so it was like they put me on a wall. They would tie my hands above my head to the wall in a cotton underwear. Everybody had cotton underwear on for some reason, like babies' underwear, basically, but big, really crazy. And they put me on the wall, and there were a lot of other children in that room who were also tied to the wall, like 20 or 30 children, and they were all like 9 years, 10 years old. And I just want to show you how it looked like from my memory. Because this is basically what it looked like. This is like how the rooms looked. So I was here where the German flag is. I was hanging there. I put little Jesuses there, because like that's basically those underpanties, that really looks like it. And there were more children than I put up here. And these beings would come in, and everybody was just scared to death, And they were screaming, and they were crying, and it was just so bad. And these beings looked just like from the movie Pumpkinhead. Just exactly like the movie Pumpkinhead. They make those movies after those beings that they have in the underground bases. And make this basically a soft disclosure, thing that they do. So more than one of these things come in, and they start scaring the children and then ripping them apart. Just from below here, just ripping them apart. And I just couldn't see that. I was just always looking up to the ceiling, and I would hear them scream, and I would hear them cry, and they would just always, scream for their parents, and they would scream for their mothers, and then they would die. And then it came at me, and I was also really scared. It was just really scary. And it would also rip me in half. That really hurt. And then I saw them eating my adrenaline glands. And I scanned them that this was their intent, to eat my adrenaline gland, and that's what they wanted. And what I got was that they really wanted to scare you before they eat you, before they kill you. They really, really want to scare you. And I thought about it when I was back at home. Why would they do that? And I thought that at least what I thought was happening is that your soul energy is basically projected into your blood. That's what I thought, when I was 11 or something, or 12, or 10, I don't know. And I would eat them. And so when I was out of my body, I just went out above the base, and I saw a ridge line. And it's exactly the same ridge line as in Dulce, it's like the mountains. That's exactly what it looked like, exactly. And I was flying back to my home, my original body. And I was just asking myself, where the fuck am I? And I instantly knew that I was in Dulce, New Mexico, in the Jircilla Apache Reservation. And I thought, what the fuck do they have the Indians to do with this? What the hell? And I thought about, oh man, I think I can never remember this, Dulce. What kind of name is that for a city? I only know like small German town names, and they don't sound like American cities, or towns. So yeah, Dulce, New Mexico, that's what I got. And a few nights later, I was there again, and they would hang the children again on the wall, and everybody was screaming and crying. And because I knew that they wanted to scare me before they kill me, I just focused on not being scared. I just really, really, because I knew I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna die, it's gonna hurt. So I just hung there, and I really focused on not being scared. I just closed my eyes and said, fuck it. And I'm not gonna be scared, and this thing came really, really close to my face. Like really close. I have another photo and another picture. And also, when it was really bad, like the first time, I would try to go out of my body, and that didn't help because I felt how the children feel, I really felt it. Like there was a girl hanging next to me, and it was a Spanish girl, and she felt so horrible. And I just couldn't handle it. And the second time I was there, I just focused on not being scared. And to my right, I could hear a French boy, a French boy like screaming in French, but not screaming like being scared, but screaming like, hey, fuck you, motherfuckers, fuck you. And I think he was showing him the finger too, So there was this French kid, which just, that gave me a little bit of courage, to just scream, don't give them what they want. I just screamed it out, to the other children, don't give them what they want to scare you, And if you're not scared, they don't want to eat you. And I don't think they understood me, because it's like children from all over the world there, and every night they take people in REM sleep, put them in clones, and then they feed them to these beings, and they eat them, And it was so bad. So I focused on not being scared, and this being came at me and stood right in front of me and tried to scare me, like really bad. So he tried to scare me really bad. I have another picture which really looks exactly like how it was, Like this thing